All right, how's it going, guys? As you can see by the title of this video, we've had our first loss in a while. Unfortunately, it's on our funded, and it's a pretty hefty loss. I must say it's like a decent amount of money considering the drawdown limit. Um, Listen, we've been here before. Now, what's important when you take a loss, you gotta take a time to realize why you had a loss today, and you have to really reset your focus, right? Because now I don't have the same mentality as I had before I had this loss. I was on a pretty long winning streak on my eval, and now I have no streak left. So, what I had before, I had confidence and I had patience. The reason why I had patience is because, I made all this money. I'm up. Okay, now I just have to wait. I'm in no rush to make money back. I have my money. I'm in no rush to find more. I just have to wait for good trading setups, and that's when I'll take a trade. Right? I'm talking to you guys and I'm talking to myself. It's really helping me a lot to be making YouTube videos like this, but I'm gonna start making these YouTube videos a little bit shorter just to get to the point and, roll, because I feel like my videos are a bit too long. Get to the point on my trades, have a little message on each video, and yeah. So we'll just go on the 4 hour and we'll focus on Nasdaq because yeah. So Nasdaq had taken out this draw liquidity right before 9:30 or at 9:30. Either way, doesn't really matter. Forming an SMT also at on ES, I believe. Yeah. So we took out our draw liquidity. We can now look at if we're gonna like just blow past it, which is unlikely because it's a good draw liquidity, or we're gonna react, form a retrace, or whatever. Since it's a high time for draw liquidity, high time frame draw liquidity, I'm just gonna look for shorts now, unless we obviously get a lot of displacement towards highs. Sorry. So, what's also important for today's trade? Well, look, we took out this draw liquidity on Nasdaq. And we have core CPI news on ES and Nasdaq 8:30. So for me, that's a good draw liquidity. I wouldn't mind taking a trade towards it because it's, like I said, a strong draw liquidity, especially on the low time frames. As you can see, actually ES took it out. I did not even notice that, but it just did. At what time? 10:31. Okay. Which explains maybe why Nasdaq has yet to take it out. Maybe ES alone was enough. So, considering what I've just said, my draw liquidity was core CPI. We've taken out that draw liquidity. I'm looking for maybe shorts, either a retrace or whatever it is. I don't really care. Me, I'm just gonna look at low time frame draw liquidity, like draws of liquidity, and I'm also looking at either if price action is good or not. And well, before I took the trade, price action was actually pretty decent. We're going down smoothly, nice displacement. We get a little bit of a reaction once we hit this low over here. It's fine. I expect all of this. We expect this reaction coming up into some gaps. I'm looking at if we're going to respect it, the usual. And we don't. We get a nice displacement down, and just like that, I take my trade because I see nice displacement, and I'm like, okay, I think now it's a safe bet that market wants to come down. If we're gonna keep this displacement up, I should be in business. As soon as I get into market, price action starts to get really iffy, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. I couldn't record a short today because I wasn't on my setup near my webcam or anything. But yeah, it was not pretty. It was very undecisive. I marked down this 1 minute gap as if it was really something. Really, I should not have seen market come up at all, right? Once we get to this 5 minutes, it's enough. We can come down and, you know, once we get some good displacement, some black candles, then okay, I expect a little bit of a retrace before finally getting my draw liquidity. Today, we were unfortunate. It's really unfortunate that it's the first trade of the funded. But I'm gonna try my best to keep my confidence up and keep going at it. I don't know if there's anything more I can say today. I really, really pray and wish that we can turn this around, because I worked so hard on my eval. Now that we're on this funded, I also realize that this drawdown limit is closer than it appears. It only takes 4 or 5 more trades like this for me to be out of it, and it's 4 months worth of work that just goes and flies away. So I might take out, like, I might slow down on my, you know, contracts, maybe go 2 contracts on NASDAQ. Once I'm confident enough, once I'm at $2,000 and more on my P&L, total P&L, then I can start probably leveraging more. And we'll see if even before then I'll start leveraging more. Because if you don't leverage a lot, you get into a mental state where it's not good. You're supposed to, you know, Topstep has put it in a way where you're supposed to leverage around $400 a trade. Because with the drawdown limit and everything and how you're supposed to take your payouts, it's basically around that money if you take a trade pretty consistently. So yeah, if any of you are curious, after we reach $2,850, I'm going to take a payout, my first payout of $850. That's the goal. That's the goal now, is to get to $2,850. That's a pretty precise number. If it's around that, I'll take the payout. Yeah, that's the goal. Now we're a little further away from that, but you know, we've been here before. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys the next time I have a trade.